and it's only 6 o'clock.
That's what New Year is for, right? Enjoy
Oh,
yourself at least.
oh, absolutely. I
Yeah.
think they started at. I think they started blowing those things at around 2 o'clock today, and they haven't
Okay.
stopped all day.
Let them work out their lungs. That's
Exactly. I'm hoping
good.
they get tired before midnight and go to sleep, and we pretend at 10 that it's midnight.
Okay. All right. Good to have you here. Let me introduce you officially. All right. Your name is Jose Velasquez. You're my co-host for the Positive Radio show here at 106.9. And the name of our show is Mortgage 101 and Financial Literacy. Okay. So, Jose, you could introduce yourself to the crowd, our listeners. And
Hey, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that.
all right.
Yeah, so Jose Velasquez with East Coast Capital. Mortgage industry for over 10 years, was in banking, started with JP Morgan Chase, opened up a couple of my own businesses, got back into mortgages about 5 years ago, started a small agency, and now the team is growing. We're, personally in 15 states. The company is in 48. The only states that we're not in unfortunately, are Hawaii and Wyoming.
Ah,
Hawaii, be surprised, is because you need to have a brick and mortar, which basically means that we need to set something up there, an actual storefront. And surprisingly, nobody volunteers to go to Hawaii. Shocking,
okay.
right?
All
Um,
right.
Other than that, super excited and glad to be here. How are you?
Good, good. Thank God we're alive. We made it through another
Absolutely.
year. All right. I just
I
want to
know.
open up,
Can't believe it.
just a few words of prayer. Okay. I know, everybody had some sort of situation that, I mean, at least we could, bless our show with a few words of prayer. Okay. It's
Absolutely.
short, right? It says, Heavenly Father, as the dawn breaks on a new year, let us give thanks for the old year. We want to give thanks for our health, our family, and our friends. Let us release our grudges, our anger, and our pains. For those, for these are nothing but binding chains. Kind of rhyme, right? Let us live each day in the most loving ways, the God conscious way. Okay, these few words I say amen. So I have a topic for today. It's more in the we're gonna like stray a bit from you know the mortgage thing and all of that. So my topic today is resolutions versus goals. Because that's gonna lead us
Ooh,
right back into
I like
right
that. I
the
like
the
that.
mortgage and financial situation, right?
Yeah, yeah, I like that.
Okay. Yes. So it's resolutions versus goals. Okay. And let me open up by saying I used to make resolutions way back. I would say like 10 years back, and I, of course, they're all broken. Never fulfill. The one that I almost always make is to stay in the gym. I used to be a member of a few gyms. Just to stay in the gyms and work out more. Of course, it's after doing your 9 to 5, you're like, oh, you flew past the gym, oh, just to go home, right?
Exactly. You're
Right,
passing it on the
show
way out.
right shower and have a meal if you could even have a proper meal at the time. So I realized that making resolution is not fitted for me. So what I started doing is making goals, right, attainable goals, right, and I have truly fulfilled most of these goals,
That's great.
right?
That's
Yes,
awesome.
yes,
So,
I
so now, have you set the goals even higher for next year then?
exactly. Let me tell you one that I always do every year. I
Okay, go ahead.
always try to learn something new.
I like that. Yes.
Yes,
What'd you learn last year?
a lot.
Well, well,
With insurance, trust me, I became certified as a Medicare agent.
okay.
Yes, and with
That's
that,
awesome.
yes, with that, that is very tedious. You have to have a pass mark of 80%, and I did it one shot with. 100%. I surprised myself there then. And then not only that, you have to get certified with the carriers that had like almost 20 carriers. They give you their own test and certification. You have Humana, Aetna, all those, you have to do their own test and to be able to sell their products. So I had to go through all of that, and thank God I went through I went through all of them, and I got certified, fully certified, became a Medicare agent. So, and
That's awesome.
yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you.
A new skill for me, I think a lot of times so my daughter got a ukulele. It's just like
Right.
little
I like
guitar
that.
thing.
I like that instrument. It always fascinates me.
So she got it for her birthday. So she's born December 4th. So she got it for her birthday. And it was such a cute little gift, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I really want to learn how to play this. So I think this next year, one of my resolutions, learn something new, is I'm gonna hopefully try to learn how to play the ukulele, and maybe I'll play a little tune
Super
for us.
awesome. Maybe we could have
Give
her
me like
on
6 months.
Yeah, we could have her on one evening playing that ukulele. That would be cool.
But she'd love that. I love skills. So I love that. A resolution being a goal, being learn something new. It's
Yes.
funny. I think that we as we as people, that's something that is super important for all of us, to learn new skills, to try new things,
Yes.
even more importantly, to fail, right? I think
Right.
people look at
Yes.
failure.
You learn from failure. Yes.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, like, as a kid, you grow up and right, like, when you're walking, everyone's saying, "Oh, they stand you back up, and they go, okay, come on, try again, try again." You fall down, oh, try again, try
Right.
again. At what point do we try one time and go, "Oh no, that was horrible, I'll never do that again"? Up, let me try again. Nope, not. Like,
Right.
you gotta keep trying and to be able to break
Yes.
through some things, and at some point it clicks, right? And hopefully you're able to fly and go with that, and at some point you might decide, you know what, this, I don't enjoy this, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop. But if it's something that you really want to do and you enjoy, I think you do reach a point of it clicking, and then from there it's whatever you want to do. Like I said, the ukulele, I'm not
Yeah.
going to become a ukulele master, but yeah, I want to try it out, and it'd be fun and it'd be
Yes.
cute to play with my daughter.
Exactly. I love music. Actually, I started playing the piano, and you know what? When I was in school, I used to play the what's this thing? The big thing, the trombone.
Oh, okay, yeah, the
We had a
trombone.
drum. Yeah, we had a drum. What we call it? Like a drum band, a band.
Uh-huh.
And I used to hang out with the boys with this big trombone and boo, 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 boo.
Oh my gosh, that must have been awesome
I
though.
know. I'm like that type of person. I like to, get involved in difficult things. I just
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
kick out of doing difficult tasks.
There you go. We should put a band together. You playing the piano or the trombone, and I'll learn the ukulele, and we'll call it a day.
Oh yeah, the Jose and Christine band,
There you go, the band.
right? We could get some singers from Auntie Donna. Auntie Donna could hook up some singers for us.
Perfect.
Yeah, we have a blast.
So tell me, besides the gym, what's a resolution that you usually, like, will say every year and then we don't hit?
Okay, as I said before, I try to stay away from the resolution. It's just goal. I like to, the goal that I try to stick to is to read a book. At least try to complete one within 2 months.
Okay.
Yes, I did that. I could say I accomplished that about 5 times already. And
Nice.
then since being in finance, you have to read.
Right. Well, yeah, we're
You're
always reading.
forced to, right? I love financial motivational books. I like I have one that
Which
I
one
like
did
get
you
all
enjoy
my
last
stuff in
year?
it.
What
Pardon?
was a book in 2021 that because now it's the last day. So what
Yeah,
book last year out of the books that you read was the one that you were like,
that's
oh man, I really like this?
stood out. Yeah, actually, this one here I have it right in front of me now. How Money Works.
How Money Works.
Yes,
Nice.
by Tom Matthews and Steve Siebold. It is so interesting. It's like a comic thing. So it forces you to sit there and read through it, gives you scenarios and different options of working with money, finances. So it is very good. It's an easy read. I know I've completed and I started reading it again. So this is one of my favorite, and I have like quite a few they on my in my bookshelf. And live on let me see, I forget what the name is. Not a book. It's very interesting by Kiyoshi. I forget his name. And what the other person that I follow some people online.
Uh-huh.
Jim Quick. He teaches you how JIMKWIK. He teaches you how to learn stuff, in an easy fashion, right? Because what he taught me, what I learned from him really is when you wake up, because I'm right-handed. He said when you wake up, don't brush your teeth with your right hand. Use your left hand and brush your teeth because that's training the other part of your brain. I started doing that for like 2 weeks, and I almost forget how to use my right hand brushing my teeth.
Wow,
Yes,
that's
Jim
interesting.
Quick.
That's cool. Okay.
Yes,
That's very interesting. You're already activated. So right from the beginning, right from the morning, you're activating your brain power to try a new skill. Think about it. That's
yes,
literally what you're doing. You're trying a new skill, and it's a small challenge, and you accomplish it because at the end of the day, you're going to brush your teeth. So you're learning a new skill, you're accomplishing it, powering those endorphins, and starting the day off like that. That's amazing.
yes,
I like that. I love
yeah,
that. That's amazing.
yes. And I did another course. It says the name of it is Learn How to Learn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
what was the best takeaway from that course?
Oh, it's basically getting the paragraphs, putting them into like small packets. I forget the name, but the instructor name them, but put them in small packets,
Uh-huh.
right? Put rewrite them to your level, how you could understand it,
Hmm.
right? And then for that paragraph, you could like make that into like maybe 2 or 3 sentences, and then you grasp the whole thing. Simply simplify it.
Yeah. There's a saying that a someone who is a true master of something
Yeah.
can simplify it
Yeah.
and be able to teach it to a child.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I love that because I think we overcomplicate things in life, right?
That's true.
Doctors and
That,
everyone, they use these medical big terms, right? Even in finance, we do it too, right? We
yeah.
use these big terms, and the doctor will be like, he's hemorrhaging and this and that. It's like, okay, or he's bleeding
Oh, he's
and he
bleeding a
broke a
lot.
bone, right? And then like even in business, right? They
Hmm.
say things like mergers, acquisitions, reverse mergers, right?
Exactly.
And
Like,
it's
what the
like,
heck is
or
that?
what is that? Or you can just tell people, oh, you know what? This company bought over this company and now it's only one company. Or
Right.
a reverse merger is a private company, like let's say something that you and me would start, as opposed
Right.
to a Coca-Cola, which is a public company, right? Everybody can buy into it. A
Right.
reverse merger, all it is a private company buying a public company.
Oh,
The reverse
okay.
of what normally happens, which is like a company like Google buying a small company, let's say. So
Right.
it's a reverse. That's what a reverse merger is. And it's funny because, like I said, in business um, or in the healthcare industry or whatever it is, right? Everyone uses these crazy terms when we can make it so much more simple.
True.
Then you know what I mean? So I love that. I love that aspect of taking something complicated and making it simple and putting it into your own words, a few
Yeah.
sentences, a few words. Perfect. I love that. That's great. That's
Yeah.
a good skill
Yeah.
to learn.
Yeah. You know what I call myself? I named myself like I think it was like about say 8 years ago.
Uh-huh.
A simple ologist. Simple ologist.
Simpleologist. I like
Yeah.
that. That's a coin
I don't know
phrase.
where that came from, but I just named myself that because I'm this type of
Simpleologist.
person. Yeah. Simple ologist. I like to simplify stuff. I like doing complicated stuff that after I figure it out, you bet I'm gonna find the simplest solution to it and start
Yeah.
using it. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah. I love that. That's great. Yeah.
yeah.
Simpleologist. Perfect.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, what are your goals, or you want to stick with resolutions?
Well, I mean, resolutions, like I was saying, like,
All right. Give me
kind of
your
like you said.
resolution, and I hope you got them resolved. I am holding in the task to you, Mr. Resolutionist.
Yeah, I like, you know what? I like goal. You know what it is? Goals, I feel like I'm always setting. I'm always setting goals every month, every week, so resolution for me is just something that outside of my normal task and goals that I want to accomplish, I want to be able to do. So, a resolution for this next year, for me, I think is going to be more like trying to be more open, right? Trying to be more understanding of other people. And what I mean by that
Okay.
is that, you know, we all have our side. We all have our
Yes.
sides. We all have the way we think and we live and everything else, right? But,
Sure.
sometimes, sometimes I feel like other people's issues end up being our issue, right? And it might be something
Yes.
small. It might be something where, you're driving the gas station and someone, goes and cuts you off and pulls into the spot that you were about to get. And, now maybe you get a little annoyed, maybe you get mad. Some people get really mad, you know what I mean? Or
Yes.
whatever it is. Like, and that is something that might linger with you, right? Or unfortunately, right, you see people that are in like the customer service industry, right? Or the
Mhm.
food service industry, and you have customers, man, get really angry. So I see it at Starbucks. People get really mad. I'm like, dude, it's 8 in the morning. It is way too early for you to be upset, mad, angry. Like, and that transfers over to the next person, right? Because now
Yes.
you're throwing your anger, your
And the
whatever, that hate,
negative
negative
feelings,
energy.
negative,
Yeah.
yes.
Now you're throwing that to the next person, and that chain, I feel like, continues, right? But
Yes.
my point too is that I want to be more empathetic to that person who is throwing out that negative energy, because who
That is
knows,
good.
man?
That is good, Jose. And like, I pray that, you could be able to fulfill that. That is wonderful. That's awesome. That's a good resolution to have. Because you know what? Most time people they get angry and you said, started acting negative. We don't know what's been happening to them prior to them coming to that Starbucks.
Right, right,
We
right.
don't know what they experienced in their home, in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And we as mankind, we as human beings, we are to start be more show more empathy towards each other and understanding.
Yeah, and I think once we start doing more of that, it really goes a long way, because it becomes one of these things, right? Where, let's say, someone's negative energy now, it affects me, and now I'm holding that negative energy for 30 seconds,
Yeah.
30 minutes, an hour, a week, a day, because more negative energy, I feel like, begets more negative energy. And if you're able to take that negativity, understand, hey, it's not me, it's them. Something really must be going on with
Sure.
them, that they are producing so much negativity, that
Mhm.
I need to produce that much more positivity, right? Positive radio, here we go.
Right. Oh yeah.
I need to produce that much more positive. So if they're putting negative in, I need to put double the positive in to
Positive.
counteract the
Exactly.
original negativity, and
Yes.
then produce my own positive energy. So
Yes. So we could have
that
a nice bloom, flower bloom,
exactly, I love that.
spreading all the positivity around us.
So that's
Bless,
it. So
bless
that's
God.
what I want to
Bless
do
God.
this year.
Yes.
Every day, I want to have as much positivity, as much energy going into the day, and try to not let someone else affect me at all.
Great.
And it's hard. Listen,
Sounds
that's
good.
difficult. We are
Yes,
human.
it is.
We are human.
It
So that is
is.
my resolution. Those are my resolutions, to try to live like that.
It is. Okay. Well, since we are on resolutions, you know what? I think I'm gonna jump on over to your, to your side a bit with my resolution, which is a practical, basically a joke.
Okay.
My New Year's resolution is to be more optimistic by keeping my cup half full with either rum, vodka, or whiskey.
There you go. There
Happy New
you
Year.
go. Always keeping it half full.
Yes, to keep my cup half full with either rum, whiskey, or
There you
vodka.
go.
God help me. I don't drink.
Neither do I, but that sounds good.
All right.
That might be iced tea or coffee for me, really. Those are
Right.
my vices.
You know what? I have a bottle of wine. Actually, it was like three, and I gave away two. I still have one, like going on 5 years now. On my, I mean, it's beautiful thing. I have it like 5 years now. Still have it. Looking at it, a friend of mine gave me
Wow.
for a Christmas gift, like 5 years ago. Still have it. I don't drink. My husband don't drink. We're just looking at it.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. No, I know what you mean. And it's funny. I have friends that will go out and they'll have drinks with meals.
yeah,
Even I would drink. I'm not gonna say I but as I gotten older, it just is definitely not something that I even like anymore. You know what I mean? Like as a
right.
kid, you were young, you'd have a couple
Yeah,
drinks, it's
you
fun, you joke.
experiment, sure.
As I've gotten older, I'm like, okay, you know. Not even
Right?
with the meal. I feel like it's not enjoyable. I'm a sweet guy, so
Yeah.
I'll want something sweet to go with
Okay.
like the salty meal that I'm having. You know what I mean? So that
All right.
savory sweet combo for me is perfect. I
All
love
right.
that. I love that.
All right. So, we could just give the audience how to get in touch with you and remind everybody that we are a mortgage and financial literacy show, and give them your number and how to get in touch with you, Jose.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, anybody that if you have a question in regards to how to buy a home, whether it's your first home, your second home, your third, or even if you have questions about trying to get into flips or foreclosures or anything like that, you can reach me directly on my cell phone, 516-996-6543. Either shoot me a text or give me a call. The other way you could reach me also is by email at thelatinolenders@gmail.com. So it's thelatinolenders@gmail.com. The Latino Lenders on the bottom. That's my IG handle for Instagram. So you could also look me up on there and shoot me a DM directly. And I try to answer everybody as quickly as possible. So those would be the best ways to reach me. And like I said, if you have questions, whether it be mortgage related, financial related, or just about anything, I'm trying to make
Yeah,
myself
you're
available for
open to
clients.
listen. Yeah, and all these information, as they give it to you for free, or get in touch with Auntie Donna.
Absolutely. And then even better,
Positive
and
Radio. Okay.
even better, in the first 3 months for 2022, right? We were doing 500 for
Right.
Positive Radio. So beginning 2022, from January until the end of March, once we have an application in, if you are looking to buy a home and everything else, we will do $800 towards your
Woohoo!
closing costs.
Did you say $800?
$800 only in the first 3
Woohoo!
months, Q1 of 2022.
All right. So from January 1st until the end
Only
of
for Positive
March,
Radio listeners, though.
only to Positive Radio listeners. So everybody, get to Jose or get to Auntie Donna and get your homes refinance, right? Or hard money. Let them know,
Yes.
Jose, you do hard money. Come on, investors need another property for investment. Jose is the man. Jose is the hard money hookup. He is the man, and everybody will get the $800, right? The hard money people too.
Yes, so it
All
goes to
right.
any purchase for
And
any type of real estate, whether you want to do commercial real estate or you want to do residential real estate, hard money, flips, things of that nature. It's again our way of trying to help everyone get into it, and
right.
everyone has some skin in the game in that point.
Yes. Yes. Wonderful. Awesome. All right. So, any other topics we want to touch on? Because my other topic I was thinking about is do you do affirmations, Jose?
I was never big on affirmations in that sense. I like at least the typical way I think that most people do
Yeah.
affirmations. I kind of have my own way of doing things.
Right. Because
Do you?
affirmation
Do you like them?
for
Do you like
me,
affirmations?
yes, I do. And I like to repeat them, and when I'm far away from my husband, to say them out loud, not disturbing him, because he works from home. Like, what's the noise in the back? I'm like, okay, affirmation there. So affirmation to me is it's a simple sentence that states something and declares something positive, and I believe should be repeated out loud. Or if you're not in a situation where you can do it out loud, say more than once to yourself with a positive energy, like say, listen, 2022, I will, and you got to declare it, I will have a home. 2022, the year 2022, I will have a home. Right, in that sense, and it brings out the positive energy, and you're to believe it. It's coming from your mouth, and it's your belief. And trust me, it does work. It does work, because if you say something, all right, and you believe it, there's no way that you're not going to work towards attaining that goal. And you say, you continue to say, like, try to say it, every day or every other day. You could write it down, put it on your refrigerator, put it in your bathroom, in your medicine box. And the first thing you do, say your prayer, of course, God, and then you say your affirmation. It will happen. It's basically setting goals, realistic goals, and reminding yourself each minute you have. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
So I love that. I love that. And for me, like I said, it works a little bit different. It's same concept.
Yeah.
So let's take that for example. Like, hey, 2022, I will be a homeowner.
Yes.
Right? 2022, I'm going to be a homeowner. Great. The next step for that, because I think a lot of people have that idea and do the
Yes.
affirmations, and they go, you are awesome, you are the best, you're going to get the promotion, you are going to whatever you're going to say, right, about yourself, right? So, but to go even deeper, and I think this is the part where a lot of people fail, and where the affirmation doesn't work. It's the action you take behind that affirmation.
Yes, exactly.
Is what makes that affirmation start sticking. So you saying it is the initial trigger of, hey, I will be, a homeowner. I will be financially sound. I will be promoted, right? So then it goes, well, what do I need to do to do that?
Exactly. It triggers.
What do I need to do?
It triggers the action.
It triggers the action.
Yes.
Or hopefully it triggers the action, because that's the thing, right? A lot of people have hopes and dreams.
Yes.
And affirmations are just hopes and dreams without action.
Exactly.
So you need to put the action behind your affirmation in order for it to work. Otherwise, that's the whole point of The Secret. Remember that whole thing back in the day? It was like, hey, if you got to speak your truth, you got to see the vision, you got to do the whole nine, but you got to also work your way backwards to the simplest form of, okay, I want to buy a house in 2022, but I don't even know what my credit score is. I don't have any money saved up. And all of a sudden you're like, okay, wait, maybe 2022 is not so obtainable. Maybe it's going to have to be a 2024 goal. Right. But now it makes you start thinking, because the real affirmation is, I'm going to be a homeowner. Now what's the path for me to get there? Hey, I should put this money away monthly. I should do this. I should do that. Or, hey, I want to go on vacation. What do I need to do? Break it down. Okay, and that's the thing. You need to take the affirmation part, put it into action, and then you go back and you reset your affirmation, or you reset your goals, or you reset whatever based off of the true action that you're taking. Because then once you start putting it into action, you'll know. Because the last thing you want, what happens, what I don't like about the affirmation part is that it's like, hey, I'm going to do this by the end of the year. And when you don't accomplish that, it hurts almost on a deeper level, because you've been saying it for all year round. Yeah. Now we come to 2022, we're standing here, you're going, wow, I didn't buy a house and this and that. And as you start getting closer to that date, right? As you start getting closer to that end date of, hey, I said I was going to, become a millionaire by 25, right? And now you're 24 and a half, and you're sitting there going, wow, I'm no closer to being a millionaire now than I was at 18 when I first started saying it. So
Yeah.
that, because of that, I think, well, there's a lot of negativity that people start feeling. And this goes back to that whole thing, right? All of a sudden you put all these crazy pressures on yourself
Hmm.
or on other people, and you get disappointed. And there's no bigger disappointment than when you disappoint yourself. And that's hard because you got to only look at yourself in the mirror, right? And then you
Yeah,
start
but
blaming things. You start blaming other people, the
yeah, that's
economy, the this, the that.
right.
Bring
That's
it
why
back to the
we
simple.
are to make it realistic. It's
Yes.
just like attainable goals. One of the goals that could easily attain, it's saving. You could do like a $5 savings hack, like for each purchase you make. Like say for a purchase like $100, you put away a $5 in an envelope. All right. So you get back change. Take a $5 bill, put it in an envelope when you get home. Make that a special saving. That's easily attainable. How many times speaking of
Yeah, but you know what?
Starbucks,
Yes, listen, simple goals are super obtainable, but I also think big goals are obtainable. If you said, I want to be, let's take this back to the 1990s, right? Back in 1990,
yeah.
1998, 1995, you said, I will be a billionaire. I will be a billionaire, right? And then you told me, I will be a billionaire because I'm going to sell books.
Mhm.
Fast forward however many years it is now. Now you have Jeff Bezos, who is a multi-billionaire, owns a company that we're all familiar with, Amazon. But the guy
Yeah.
started selling books
Barnes and Nobles.
online.
Yes, that's where I
You
bought
know,
my books.
he's
Used to.
he sold books online when everyone thought he was crazy, and what
Right.
he literally did was he would grab the books, put them in a box, and walk them to the mailbox and mail them himself. And now the guy's a multi-billionaire. So
Yeah.
whether you have a small goal or you have large goals, they are all obtainable, but you just have to put the action in.
Exactly.
You have to put the action in. You have to put the first book into that box and ship it
Yeah, it's like
before you have
sowing the seed.
warehouses. And before everything else happens, you need to bring it back, like you said, to that simple few words. Books and
Yes.
boxes became a billionaire. That's it. Books and boxes.
Yes. All right. I have a few affirmation that's real simple. It's no
Let's hear them.
big.
I love it.
Okay. I have it written down. Okay. I treat myself with genuine self-respect and compassion every day. I
I
tell the
miss.
negative voice in my head to take a hike. Make
Love
space
that.
only for loving and compassionate self-talk. All right. So the other one is try to prioritize my health. Well, I shouldn't say try. I'm going to prioritize my health and think about what's truly serving me with each decision I make to take care of my body. All right. And I forgive myself for being imperfect because I am human. Every perceived failure provides an opportunity to learn and grow. What do you got to say about those?
I,
Easily attainable, right?
you know what? 100%. I think every single one of those is easily obtainable, and I think every single one of those lays ground for everything in life, right? Because you know what? We are human. We're gonna mess up.
Yes.
And let's say you're trying to eat healthy and you break, that's fine. We're
Yeah.
not perfect. So
No.
you might be working out, eating right 300 days out of the year, and then one day or a few days, maybe even a week goes by and you just fell off the wagon. Guess
Yes.
what? It's okay. It's okay. Get
Yes.
back
You're
on.
human.
You're human. Get back on, start working out, start doing whatever it is, and you'll be fine. That 1 week, that one day, those few hours aren't going to hurt you. Now, if you make it back into a habit and now it's been years and you haven't seen the gym or worked out or eaten right, then what's going to happen is your body's going to show those results.
Yes, definitely.
You're going to show the results that you put in. So if you're putting in the results to trying to be healthy, you will be
Yeah.
healthy. If you set those affirmations, but even more important than setting the affirmation is the reason behind it, right? So,
Yeah.
you want to be healthy. Why do you want to be healthy? Do you want to be healthy for you and look good and look on the beach, whatever? Fine. Okay. That's one reason. If you want to be healthy, right? Like, but if you want to be healthy, because like for me, right, I have, 2 kids, and I want to see them get married and hopefully one day walk them down the aisle and maybe have grandkids. So I'm sitting here going, oh man, I want to
Right,
live. I want
right.
to live as long as I can. I better start really eating healthier now and walking. And when I looked up what the healthiest and longest living people do. And what they do is they eat a very low to no meat diet. They
Yeah,
walk every day and they interact and stay within communities.
yeah.
I
Wonderful.
was, those are the 3 biggest takeaways, that
Wow.
whether they were in Italy or Japan or whoever, because there's pockets throughout the world. It's called
Yeah,
centenarians.
yeah.
And those pockets, that was the general thing they did. No, now don't get me wrong. In Italy, that some of them drank wine. In
Yeah, they
Japan,
drink
some of them
wine
made
almost every
sushi.
day.
Right. So
And their
every
heart is
person has a
healthy.
little differences, but the 3 common things were community. Be a part of a community. Be a part of a positive community, whether it's your family, whether it's the church, whatever it is, right? Be a part of a community that uplifts and keeps you happy.
Yeah,
Exercise, it doesn't even have to be you going to the gym. You could walk. These people just
true.
walk.
Yes.
Walking and then just eating right, which is eating, vegetables and things that are natural and apparently not a lot of meat. That seems to be a theme amongst all of them. Not no meat, but just, little meat goes a
Like
long way,
me,
apparently.
I don't eat meat. I haven't eaten meat almost over 30 years.
Wow.
No, I eat fish
I
though.
just started. Okay. I just started back
I'm
in
a pescatarian,
September.
you
I'll
can call
post it.
me. Yeah.
A pescatarian, yeah. So I call
Yeah.
myself vegan light.
Oh, okay. Is
I
that a
say I say vegan light because some days I won't eat anything, no meat products whatsoever, no eggs, no nothing. And then on a Sunday, I might want to make pancakes and I make it with the eggs. So,
Oh,
I'll make it with the eggs and the milk. So that's why I say it's vegan light, So that's my theory. I've been doing it now since September, not as long, not 30 years. I have a few months in and yeah, I love it. And the reason for that was that affirmation. I said to myself, I want to live a long time. What do I need to do? Started that in September and hopefully I can continue that in 2022, 23 and beyond.
see, it works, right? Some of the time, if you really put the action to it,
Uh-huh.
you've
And then
done
you
it on a
question it,
few
because
months.
believe me,
Keep it
I've been
up.
in the store. Yeah, believe me, I've been in the store and I look at those candy bars and I go, oh, I really want one of these. And I have broken. There's been times where, for me, food is my comfort. That's my thing. So
Yeah.
when life gets stressful and clients and everything that's happened, especially in the mortgage industry, the finance industry with COVID and
Yes.
everything else, it
Stressful.
it
Yeah.
changes things. And I'm constantly dealing with clients and answering their questions and attorneys and things like that.
Right.
And yeah, believe me, since September till now, I've had at least a few candy bars. Also, we had
Yeah.
October,
I
which was
know.
Halloween, so I did have some candy then too.
Yeah. With a sedentary lifestyle, you put on the pound, before you know it.
Yeah. So, but I will say this. So now, right? So now this is the beauty of it. In the months since September till now, that's been what? October, November,
September,
December.
October,
So,
November, December, 3 months. Yeah.
so 3 months, I've lost 15 pounds. And that's
Oh,
thank
woohoo!
you, right? Thank you. So
Congrats! Keep it up.
thank you. So I've lost 15 pounds and I still had my cheat days, the days I broke, quote unquote,
Yes.
right? The days that I still ate like I said, a candy bar, the days that I did eat a piece of chicken, let's say. So it's not about it's about being kind to yourself, right?
Yes,
And it's not
definitely.
about, we're not robots. We're
No,
humans.
moderation is key. Moderation
Yeah,
is
but we're
key.
humans, so listen to your
Yes.
body, listen to yourself. Like, if sometimes you want to cry, cry. If you want to laugh, laugh. If you want to eat something, eat it. If you whatever it is,
Yeah.
just feel yourself, know yourself. Just don't let yourself go into a spiral,
Yes,
because the same
exactly.
way you can go into a spiral, you can come out of it. So
Yes.
you put yourself in that position.
All right. So I'm gonna put this punchline in since we're talking about resolution, Mr. Resolutionist. Okay. So
All
one
right.
more of my New Year's resolution is to help all my friends gain 10 pounds so I could look skinnier. Boop, boop.
You got to start baking. That's the thing. Start baking. Become a really good baker and give it to your friends.
Yes, I could bake them some chocolate brownies,
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
That's great. Make your friends around you gain 15, so that way you look better.
Yeah, so I look
That's
skinner.
that's a great game plan.
Help them gain at least 10 pounds so I could look skinnier.
So let's
All
do this.
right.
Give me one thing that most people should start doing this year that you
Mm-hmm.
think will help them 12 months from now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Financially.
Okay.
What's one small piece? Doesn't have to be anything
Financially.
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, rightfully, everything starts with a sound mind. Ask yourself, am I situated to retire comfortably? All right. So if you're you're a married couple, you're gonna sit down with your partner and put everything together and figure out how much you're gonna need to live comfortably when you retire.
Nice.
So yeah, so if you check, your 401k or your IRAs and you have that is stagnant. You and I know that is stagnant in your bank account,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
and and the it is taxable. So if you calculate, okay, I'm gonna need at least 1.5 million to live comfortable, all right, and then you say, you have 1.5 or 2 million in your IRA. That's not what you're going to get,
Right.
right, when you're ready to withdraw it. So you got to realize that you got to set yourself up financially. Talk to one of us, you or myself, to get a plan situated. What can we do to like take some of the that money from the IRA, the yes, the IRA or the CDs or the 401k? Take some of that money, even if you have 1.5, you could take out maybe 1.5, invest it in an IUL or annuity, which will be tax free. So you're gonna guarantee, if you put a 0.5 million in your annuity, that you're going to retire with that amount of money and more, tax free. So that gives you leverage for a comfortable retirement. What do you think?
Nice. I love that. That's good. Like
Yeah.
that's solid. How about that? That was solid.
Yes.
Solid piece of advice. If people follow that, that is a solid piece of advice.
Exactly. Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Exactly. Because I check my bank account. I'm like, see, the interest that I get 0.02. I'm like, oh, really? That's what I'm getting for how many years I'm banking with you?
I know. It's
0.0%.
crazy.
And with the annuity, you could get up to 7% with a protection for the ground floor.
Yeah. No, that's huge. That's
Yeah.
huge. That's
Yes.
huge.
With no losses, no losses in the stock market. If the stock market goes up, you will get money. If it levels out, your money stays the same. So it's a beautiful program. It's a beautiful, beautiful program.
Yeah,
And
people
now
are
at the
from
end of the year, it's good time for everybody to review their insurance policies, because some might have policies that they don't know is coming to is getting expired, and they might be sitting on a policy that they don't know it doesn't have a cash value, which is it's not whole life, right? Because only whole life, you have cash value, and they might sitting on it for a while and don't know that you could change it, you could upgrade that policy and start,
right.
change it over to whole life.
Yeah. I know 100%. And then
Yes.
for me, I think I'm gonna go a little different route. It's more
Mhm.
about
Mhm.
be practical in 2022, right?
Right.
And by that, I'll give you a specific. It's if you, let's say, get a raise, right?
Yes.
Whatever amount that raise might be. If you get a raise, don't necessarily go out and upgrade your car or upgrade
Uh,
your this or that.
exactly.
Take that money and start putting it away. Or I mean, listen, if you need it for obviously to live and do things like that, then that's a whole different conversation. But if you can live more practically
Mhm.
in the short term, it goes back to that whole thing of, compounding and growth and
Yeah.
whatnot. But living practically and really taking a look at your financials and just being like,
Yeah.
okay, am I really living within my means or am I living outside of my means?
Exactly.
And why am I doing that? Right. So it goes back to the affirmations. It goes back to ego. Like, why
Right.
am I doing it? Am I driving this really nice car because I want to drive this nice car? Or is it because I want people to think I'm
Yeah.
driving a nice car, because I don't want to
Right.
be in a beat up car, let's say.
Yeah. Yes.
It gets
Right.
you to
So,
point A to point B. If
right.
your end goal is to retire comfortably, we go back to the simplicity.
Yes.
Make it simple, because
All right.
whether you do it now or you do it later, life gets hard. So might as
Yes.
well make it hard in the beginning, right? Sacrifice
Yes.
now so that way it's easier later
Easier
on.
when
Because
exactly. All right. So
if it's
let's
easy,
wrap up now. Just let everybody know how to get in touch with you again, and we wrap up and wish everybody a good and prosperous New Year's, and set some
absolutely.
affirmation and follow them.
Here we go.
Trust God.
516-996-6543 is the cell phone. TheLatinoLenders@gmail.com is the email. And on Instagram, you could find me at The Latino Lender, and on Facebook, The Latino Lender as well. And Jose Velasquez at East Coast Capital. Guys, say your affirmations, be positive, stay positive, and don't forget, Positive Radio gets you $800 between January and March once we put those
March.
applications in. So get them in, guys. I'll answer any questions. Christine, thank you so much
You're
again. Happy
welcome.
New Year to you
Happy
and
New Year's
everybody
to
out there.
everybody. Positive Radio,
Happy healthy. Here we
105.9
go.
FM. Until Donna. Have a good New Year, all. Be safe out there. Thank you. God
Safe and
bless.
healthy, guys. Bye.
Bye.